And trying to make it so it's not as orange, but it's still very orange. I guess you're just gonna have to deal with it. It actually doesn't look that bad now that I look at it. But yeah, how's it going, guys? I saw this film called Kristy, and it is directed by somebody named Oliver Blackburn. And it also stars a bunch of people, and the film is about a college student who is not named Kristy. I actually forget her name in the film. Let me look that up real quick. That's Justine. Her name is Justine. She's the main character of the film. And long story short, it's Thanksgiving break. She chooses to stay at her school campus during Thanksgiving break when everyone's away. So pretty much it's just her by herself, like, on this whole entire college campus. Of course, there's security guards with her and all that, but yeah, she's pretty much alone. But a strange encounter at a gas station causes these people to kind of terrorize her, and they follow her to the college campus, and yeah, just shit goes down and stuff. And the rest of the movie is basically just kind of a cat and mouse game where, you know, there's these group of people who are trying to kill Justine. And the strange thing about this group, I forgot to mention, is that they worship this Kristy. You don't know who or what Kristy is, but they're just obsessed with Kristy, and they treat it like it's essentially their god, and it's very strange. But like, yeah, there's this whole phenomenon where there's all these people going around and killing people, calling them Kristy. So I guess they just really hate someone named Kristy, and they just, you know, name other people that so they can kill them. I don't know. Now, I have heard of this film before I watched it. I do know that there's a lot of people out there who like it, and a lot of people are talking about how surprisingly awesome this film is, and how it's just so different from your typical horror film. And, let me start with the good things first. First of all, I love the score to this film. I think the score is honestly the best thing about this movie. I thought it was amazing. There's also really some good songs on here, but the score was pretty fantastic. I loved, you know, the music they used in this movie. There was something about the music that was just very tense, and it definitely added a very eerie atmosphere to the film. So yeah, I really like the score. And I also think that the actors did a very good job, especially the person who played Justine. I think she was fantastic in the film. And another thing that I like about it is I love kind of the concept of it. I love the fact that it's just kind of her by herself, you know, on this school campus, and there's like these group of people trying to kill her, and you know, it's just all kind of this cat and mouse game where she's kind of hiding from them and whatnot. I really like that aspect of the film. However, the rest of this movie was just kind of okay. To be honest with you guys, I kind of had a little bit of trouble, you know, trying to see why this film was so great, as many people are calling it. But after watching it, I kind of figured out why, and I will get to that later. But yeah, the movie is just pretty much about how Justine is trying to, you know, hide from these group of people, and it was honestly one of the most generic horror films I have ever seen. That is about the first hour of this film. It's very generic, and it's definitely a been there, done that kind of movie where, you know, she's hiding from, you know, the group of people trying to kill her, and then she goes over to this, you know, house type thing, and there's a guy in there, and he's like, oh yeah, you're safe here, but then the guy dies, and then she runs away again, and, you know, there's just a lot of cliches in this film. It is cliche after cliche after cliche, and this movie also contains probably one of the worst false jump scares I've ever seen in a movie. Yeah, there's false jump scares in this film. And I was not too fond of the first half of this film, to be honest. Like I said, I love the score. I think the actors did a really good job as well. But the movie didn't really do much for me, to be honest with you guys. But then the third act came along, and the movie began to slowly redeem itself just a little bit, because basically the movie kind of pulled like a you're next kind of thing, where the main protagonist decides to quit being a wimp and actually fight off these people, and the rest of the movie is just her being a badass and killing off these group of killers one by one. And yeah, that part was pretty fun, not gonna lie. I did enjoy the third act of this film, and I liked how the main protagonist suddenly became this badass girl who was, you know, killing them off one by one. Well, not necessarily killing them off, but she like put up like these little traps to, you know, try and get them, which was very clever. So yeah, the last part of this movie is very fun, but the rest of it I really don't think is that great at all. Like I said, it's very generic and it's filled with a lot of cliches. But overall, as a movie, I guess it was worth a watch. I guess I could say that I enjoyed it. I do think, like I said, the third act is way better than the rest of the film. And sure, I guess I would recommend it to you guys, but please don't expect anything amazing. Like, it's honestly just your average Joe kind of horror film. It's nothing too great, but if the movie sounds interesting enough to you, then yeah, I'd suggest checking it out. But yeah, guys, overall, I'd probably give Kristy a 3 out of 5. It was decent. Like I said, the third act really just kind of helped this movie for me. Otherwise, I really wouldn't think this movie is worth seeing at all. But, I mean, the third act definitely is a lot of fun, but the rest of the movie, not so much. And that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I am Jacob Palacio, and I will see you guys later.